sticks in when it comes to Tank and Frank Martin. Also, is Floyd helping Frank Martin to beat Gervonta Davis? Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Allergies. But you heard even Frank said in one of his, I think the interview he did on Fight Hype, or one of them, he talked about how people talking about he might take a dive. He ain't taking no dive. And a lot of people think Frank ain't got a fair shot in this fight because Gervonta Davis is one of the last top fighters they got left at PBC. The rest of them been knocked off from, you know, possible Gary Russell, possible Leo Santa Cruz from the Charco twins. Who else we got in the fold? Deontay Wilder, Adrian Broner, Errol Spence, Caleb Plant. You know, a lot of the guys that was supposed to Stephen Fulton, a lot of the guys that was supposed to be the guys, they done got knocked off at PBC. You know? And with them getting knocked off, you know, they really don't have nothing left. So for the most part, they're saying, well, the last thing they got is Tank, so that Tank ain't gonna take a fight that they know he gonna lose. Now, have we seen fishy business with PBC before? Yeah. But we also seen some of they, you know, guys come over there and get a win, or the A-side fighter lose. You know, people point to Thurman and Collazo being a fishy ending. People point to Quillen and Rosado being a fishy ending. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we can go on and on about fishy endings, and that's what any promotional company damn near throughout history that's been on a major scale. It's a business first and foremost, and that's why, you know, since we had these dudes that popped hot, you know, arise in boxing, that's what I've been saying the longest, is the simple fact that I guarantee you, in a lot of these cases, these guys are popping hot and they not signing, saying nothing, and the fighter that's clean is getting paid to still fight the fighter that's popping hot, and they signing a non-disclosure agreement where he can't say nothing, or some type of disparagement agreement. I know that's happening. So it's business first. Anytime money get involved in something, everybody thinking about money. They're not thinking about, you know, nothing else. Not even the fighters. They ain't concerned about their safety, because if they were, they wouldn't be lining up to fight Canelo and Ryan Garcia, and after they got popped. So that's why you see a lot of fans, you know, just be like, you know, it don't matter if you on pins, it don't make a difference. And it do make a difference, especially you in a sport where your life is on the line. You know, and a lot of y'all don't know how that shit work. So y'all think it's nothing. Most of y'all niggas ain't did a push-up, sit-up, pull-up, push, nothing. Bench press, chest press, nothing. Shoulder press. Y'all be trying to speak on some shit that y'all don't know about. I got homies that compete. I lifted with niggas that competed and all that stuff, and that shit makes a difference. It ain't just you take it and you good. You still gotta work. But in my opinion, you know, people say, well, Frank be the new star. And that's the thing about it. I mean, in a lot of Tank cards, I ain't really never seen a bad Tank card. They've been fair. I think, in my opinion, I think they know this the end of the road regardless. In my opinion, I think Frank gonna get a fair shake. I think if Frank, and you can't turn around and call a fight a fight with swing rounds or 1 or 2. Okay, let's say this. A comfortable victory, I say, is 4 points, right? Depending on how the fight went with the knockdowns and shit. I say it's about 4 points. What is about 115? No. I say about what, 116, 112 is it? Maybe something. I'll just say about 4 points is a close fight. I think 3 points is the gray area, depending on the swing rounds, where it could be considered a close fight, or it could be considered a semi-comfortable victory. But I think anything 4 or more points is a comfortable victory. I think anything around the 2 to 1 point or a draw or right around that 3, depending on the fight, is a victory. But could have went either way depending on how the fight was. So I think Frank could get a fair shake, to be honest. To keep it real with y'all, I think Frank could get a fair shake. I think ballpark Frank get a fair shake, and I think if he win, he can win a decision. Now you be like, well, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that Floyd, is Floyd helping Frank Martin? I listened to the Pivot interview with Frank Martin on the Pivot podcast, and they said they called Floyd up and they asked Floyd about the Tank and Frank sparring, and he was there, and he said that for the most part, Frank, that Floyd told him that Frank did, like, touch Tank up in sparring. Like, he hurt Tank in sparring or had him wobbling. So, with him sitting there, divulging what happened in sparring, and we know what he did against Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, he probably is in Frank's ear telling Frank on how to beat Gervonta Davis. And that's why I tell a lot of these young fighters, That's why I tell a lot of these young fighters, these brothers that go work with Floyd, he getting inside information on you. And then when y'all fall out, or he, a fighter that he cool with, or you say something he don't like, then he go tell people how to beat you and stuff. So it's different watching it on TV and then picking your brain and showing you how to work and help you out and teach you this, that, and the third. And for all you know, he could be teaching you some wrong shit that don't even benefit you. He could be teaching you some wrong shit that don't even benefit you. So, So, I mean, at the end of the day, that could be what it is, man. But I think that he probably and he got. I thought him and Tank they was mad at each other to sell the fight, but they might really be, beefing this time. And like I said before, anybody, when y'all fall out and they want to go run and tell people about y'all issues, or go run and tell the ops about your inner workings and stuff, they was never your homie. They was never your mentor. They was never your friend. They was an enemy to begin with. You can't even call them your peer. They was an enemy to begin with. So, but yeah, and I heard that, and I said, we called Floyd, and then we asked Floyd about, did that really happen in sparring? And he said, yeah, and he told us it really did happen. And just at the point, like, okay. And what else? Is Floyd communicating with Frank on how to beat Tank? I wouldn't be surprised if he was. When I heard that interview like that, and I'm like, all we know, Floyd telling Tank out how to beat Frank Martin, because they already had a relationship, because he said he was trying to get signed by Mayweather Promotions. So they already had a relationship and stuff. So, but like I said before, that's why I said you gotta watch who you tell your business to, bro. You gotta watch who you tell your business to. Some people sleep next to their biggest hater and their biggest enemy every night. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you work next to your biggest hater or enemy every night. Or every day. Might be at night. So you gotta watch. That's why I say, man, these dudes going to work with Floyd and pick his brain. You gotta understand that's a conflict of interest. He worked for PBC, or he quote unquote own the shit, but don't own none of the fighters allegedly. And or, you know what I'm saying, and or with Mayweather Promotions. So kind of going around saying that you own, you work for that company, and you trying to help other fighters that work for another company. I'm not sure how that works. Can he separate the business and then the friendship amongst the fighters? In my opinion, Devin working with him, he got a chance to see where Devin was weak and was strong at, and passed the word to Ryan Garcia. So like I said, when you get people like that, you see how they interact with their family or their brothers, sisters, their friends, and they get mad and they lash out on social media. They get mad and they go run and tell the ops or go tell everybody their business. Them the type of people that you got to stay away from. Because as soon as you do something that they don't like, they going to run and badmouth you to everybody else. So what's so funny, when people badmouth you, it's funny how people believe the negativity. But when it's something, and how fast it travel. But when it's something positive, it don't travel. It don't travel as fast, and it don't travel as far. Think about that for a minute. That's life. The good news, man, it moves like a snail. The bad move like a damn bullet train. They don't be having nothing good, all the good shit don't get around. You do something bad, everybody know about it. And that's why a lot of people feel like living life, they feel like the bad outweigh the good. And it feel like that, but necessarily that's not what it is. But it feel like that. When you do something good, it's just like, motherfuckers like, okay, I'm waiting for this dude to fuck up so I can get on his ass. Pause. When you do something bad, everybody got something to say and got a lecture for you. So I just think people are attracted to negativity. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description. Hit the link tree, find us on X, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Check out the Patreon as well too. Peace.